Hello, my name is Justin Wright, and today I'm going to be doing a video on 3 different exercise demonstrations involving speed, agility, and quickness. Now, the reason I'm doing it inside and not outside like I normally would is because there's a lot of noise going on outside, so I'm just going to make do with here. Basically, you can do this type of training with any sort of equipment. You don't have to have a ladder and cones. You could use any random objects, or you could just go with nothing. There's a lot of variability with these type of workouts, and you can literally adapt them to any type of training you want to do, whether it's fat loss or for sports. Now, what I'm used to, I've played lots of sports when I'm younger, so I've had quite a bit of experience with the different types of speed and agility training. I've had trainers come to help with my team, so when it comes to speed, agility, and quickness, there's usually 3 phases. There's a stability phase, a strength phase, and a power phase. Stability is pretty general. It's, either you can do simple cone drills with that are predictable, or you can do ladders like I'm about to do. So I'm going to go through my first demonstration. This one is just going to be an in and out drill, so it's going to involve stepping 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. Now I did my slow demonstration. I'm going to do a bit of a quicker one. Now we're going to move into the strength portion of the phases. Now, this is usually a little more unpredictable. You can change the predictability, you can change the distance between the cones or whatever object you have. You can change how long you want to go, how many sets you want to go. It just basically depends on how you want to train, what level you're at. So I'm just going to start off by demonstrating this. It's a line drill is what I like to call it. It's probably one of the more dreaded exercises I've had to do in almost every sport I've played because it's so good at the agility portion, speed and agility portion of different sports. So I'm just going to start off. This is a sprint, so I'm just going to go slow first and then I'll go in a quicker version after. You're going to start at your first cone. You're going to run to the second cone, you're going to touch, back to the first cone, touch again, then you're going to sprint all the way to the last cone, going to touch, and back to the very first cone again. So I'm just going to do 2 sets of this in a bit of a quicker fashion. So now we're on to the last phase, which is the power portion. Now this usually is going to involve different types of movements. It's not just going to be straightforward, so it's definitely going to be more unpredictable. Normally you would have 2 people here, a trainer and a client, and the trainer could change up what the client is doing just by speaking, telling them which way to go, what movement to do, or etc. But as it's just me here, I'm just going to do a run through with you guys. So this is kind of just one I made up. Gonna start off at our beginning cone. We're going to be sprinting to the center cone, and then whichever way the trainer would usually say to go, you would go. You would, if they say left, you would side shuffle to the left, sprint to the final cone, back pedal back, side shuffle to the middle cone, and sprint back here. Now I know that since I'm in here, it could be a little hard to hear, so just follow through with me while I go through a little faster version and it'll be a little easier to understand. Right. as well. There's so many variations you can do to these workouts. You can change foot pattern, you can change direction, different cones you can go to. It's hard to stay constant with these. You can always be changing them up, which is good for variety and to keep it interesting. So this time, instead of a side shuffle, I'm just going to be doing a foot crossover instead. I'm going to go through that. Right. And like I said, you don't have to do these workouts a specific way. You can always have them changed up. Right now I'm using cones, but you don't have to use cones. You can use any object, or you don't have to use anything for a matter. And like I said, these they can be used for anything, whether it's sport related, weight loss, or just if you want to get in better shape. They can all be changed to do whatever you want to do. But mainly what I've gone through is sport related training, so that's what I'm used to. So thanks again for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.